This is my favorite dog crate right now. What's going on, guys? Ben here with Robinson Reconnaissance. Hope you guys are doing well. Here's a quick review of my favorite dog crate right now, the Gunner Kennels dog crate. So this is the G1 kennel from Gunner Kennels. I'll show you a quick walk around of this dog crate here. The one on the left is a Mossy Oak Bottomland edition, and it's in tan. And the one on the right is a Ducks Unlimited edition in green. The Mossy Oak Bottomland tan edition has a camo door. And you can get these customized with these customized nameplates. This one here is for Mika, and that one's for Luna. They have these really rugged rubber handles, which really helps just when you're lifting it, moving it. There's one of those on each side. There's one there. All their crates come standard with kayak grade handles for easier lifting. I'll give you a look at the door here. So this thing pulls open and locks it shut. Here's a look at that lockable metal stainless steel latch. So it's got this really beefy tab on it, locks it, and it doesn't really rattle a whole lot. You can lock it with a key, and then there are two pins. There's one on top there and one on the bottom there. These just lock it, so when you try to open it, it won't open. They come with these performance pads, and this one is Mika's performance pad. So she has a little bit of mild separation anxiety, and she kind of has started to rip this thing apart. It's really just a high density foam that provides a little padding for the dogs, you know, when they're sitting down or laying down. Good girl. Let's go, Lou. Come on, let's go. Good girl. Mika's is holding up pretty well. There are a couple scratches and bite marks. She kind of chews on it. Here's kind of a look at the damage that Mika's done so far. She chews on the inside of this plastic there, which is probably not good for her, but she also has separation anxiety, so I try not to leave her in here for long periods of time. That's the only part of the interior that she's been able to damage in some capacity. And then here's Luna's. It's perfect. She hasn't really touched it. It's in good condition. Gunner Kennels prides themselves on having the safest portable kennel on the market, and their products are made of a very durable blend of polymer. Due to this, their kennels are not 100% chew-proof. If your pup has a tendency to chew, they highly recommend you also purchase their chew kit to help mitigate chew damage and to protect your investment. I decided against getting the chew kit initially just to see how my crate performed on its own. Gunner Kennels claim to be the only double-walled kennel crate on the market currently. Gunner Kennels put this kennel through their own stress test just to see how much it can withstand. They applied over 4,000 pounds of force through a vice machine. The kennel broke the machine at 4,000 pounds. They also dropped a 630-pound sled from a height of 8 foot 3 inches through a G1 kennel from a 200-foot cliff drop and shot it with a 12-gauge shotgun at 7 steps with no bullet penetration. Gunner also has video footage of all of these stress tests on their Gunner Kennels website. It's a really rugged plastic that they use. And if you look on each corner, they have a stainless steel bar, which provides extra rigidity. And in case of a crash, these hold up really well and connect all 4 corners to the plastic. There are 2 aspects about the tie-down system that make this the biggest difference. Number one, the anchors on the four corners of the G1 are 1/2 inch thick stainless steel pins. Number two, their tie-down pins are intentionally built into the kennel. As the G1 cools, they insert the stainless steel components at the four corners in order to ensure that they're fully part of the safety system. Most other crates out there offer add-on aluminum brackets that are not integrated in the same way, which are liable to rip out with enough force or impact. These stainless steel posts on each side of it are also built-in tie-downs, so they allow you to tie it down or wrap a cord around it. For instance, you could run a strap through there and it goes all the way down the side. The dog can't reach it, the dog can't touch it. Same with here. They come in two pieces, so you have to put this together. I believe there are just a couple of screws. There's one there, one there, one there, which you just have to put together. And they fit together really tightly, really nice. Here's those screws. There's just one washer and then the screw, and it screws the two pieces together. And there's three of those along the whole thing. So one there, one there, one there on each side. You've got 5 vents on each side, which provide ventilation for the dog. Obviously the door is ventilated, so easily breathes. And then on the back of the crates, you've got 3 vents. They each come with a drain port on the bottom, so you just unscrew that. And that allows water to get out and escape. If you want to hose down the inside of the crate, then water escapes easily and dries more quickly. That just screws back on there. The inside of the door is made with a very hard plastic. I haven't had any issues with this so far in terms of the dogs biting it or cracking it or chewing on it. It seems to be a really good solution and also provides good ventilation to breathe. The frame seal that goes around the whole door is metal, so this black frame right here. You can see this is where those screws are. There's a couple on that side and a couple on the inside, but that runs all along the inside of the frame, which provides increased rigidness as well. And that's metal, it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere. Same with your lock. Another screw on the bottom and one on top. This is the edge of the plastic here, so there's no way for the dog to get to this from the inside when the door is shut. This is another one of those performance pads that I'm showing you here. This is Luna's. This one has been really good. It just provides a little padding for the dog and their joints. It's not super soft, but it's just soft enough to provide increased comfort for the dog. I'll pull it out here. Here's a look again at that performance pad. It's just a really high density foam that provides some cushion and padding for the dog's joints, especially when they're sitting or laying in the crate for shorter periods of time. This is customized to the size of the crate, so it's all laser cut to be exact, and fits exactly inside the crate perfectly. Luna doesn't have quite as much separation anxiety as Mika. And also this is reversible, so you can flip it upside down, switch it if it's getting worn on one side. But there's that drain port right there on the end, so water can drain out. And again, you can see the 2 pieces. One goes on top of the other. But these also protect from mud. So when your dog gets in the crate and it's super muddy, provides just another layer, another barrier between the crate and the dog. And hers is a little messier. These crates are 5-star crash tested and proven to hold up in an accident. I've always felt uneasy traveling with my 2 dogs in traditional plastic crates, and I was tired of replacing flimsy wire and plastic combination crates year after year. The G1 crate is a heavy-duty kennel. This crate has safety in mind at every inch, helping safeguard against human error and seasonal elements. Gunner backs up their confidence by offering a lifetime manufacturer's warranty on each kennel. Gunner Kennels is located in Nashville, Tennessee, and their crates are made right here in the USA. Gunner is a direct-to-consumer company, meaning that Gunner.com is the only authorized retailer store of Gunner products. Due to this, you will not find their products in any storefronts. In 2022, they opened the Gunner showroom for customers to visit their HQ in Nashville. The G1 kennel is the first 5-star crash-rated pet travel crate certified by the Center for Pet Safety. Did you know that 85% of products failed the safety certification when crash tested by the Center for Pet Safety in their 2015 safety study test? And an estimated 100,000 dogs are killed each year falling from pickup trucks, and more are injured according to the American Humane Society. You can stack Gunner kennel crates by removing the carry handles at the bottom of the resting G1 crates. The G1 large crate weighs around 72 pounds. The kennel wheel kit is also available for the G1 Intermediate to help roll your kennel from point A to point B. The G1 large size kennel also includes wheels for better transport. The interior dimensions of this Intermediate G1 crate are 30 inches long by 18 inches wide at the floor and 25 inches high by 19 inches wide at the kennel's widest interior point. The exterior dimensions of this crate on the outside are 34 inches long by 23 inches wide by 28.5 inches high and 30 inches high in total with the carry handles. When you order these, they come in a giant box, one big box, and you just take it out. It comes in 2 pieces plus the door and the frame. So you have to put it together yourself, which is a little bit of work, but it's highly worth it once you get a really good, robust crate that's going to keep your dog safe from car crashes and protected. These are the Intermediate G1 crates, which are a little small for a 50-pound dog like my 2 dogs. They're both about 50 pounds, but they do say you want a more snug fit and a tighter fit when you're driving or have them in your vehicle. So when they're in the van, they fit in these crates perfectly, really snug. There's not really much room for them to move around except for just to get comfortable. The G1 Intermediate crate is perfect for the dogs in the car and my van and the Jeep. But if I was leaving these at home, I would definitely size up to the larger. The Intermediate's just a little snug. And I think at home, it's nice to give them a little more extra room to move about. But in the car and the van, in case of a crash, they suggest that your dog is in there very snugly with not a whole lot of room to move around in case should anything happen with a crash. And obviously, they recommend that these are ratcheted down. So I do have some ratchet straps that I use with my L-Track system in the van just to make sure that these are ratcheted down. They do have these rubber footings, so you get 4 footings, obviously, 1 for each corner. And these rubber footings kind of help keep everything in place so your crate doesn't move around. I'll just show you in my van where these crates typically go. So typically Luna's crate goes right here facing me, so the door would be facing the inside of the van. And then this is Luna's crate. Goes right here. That's how I have Luna's crate. Plenty of room where I can just open it and let her in. And then I can put stuff on top of here kind of as a shelf if I need to. Here's the bed. So probably about 6 inches. So I could probably lower the bed down to about here if I wanted to. But for right now, it's nice having a little extra space for like as a shelf to be able to store stuff and stash stuff away. There's my Dometic fridge, which is right next to it. And here's kind of the side view. So they're pretty much back to back. Guys are chilling right now. And then if you go around to the back of the van, Mika's crate goes right here. So the door opens toward the back of the van, so you can easily just load her in and she jumps right in. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Well, other than that, those two crates, they fit in here perfectly back to back right here. They do take up a lot of room, and that also means that there's less room for me in the cab, but at the same time, it's really handy to be able to put stuff in the crates that you don't want to move around, for instance. So they're good storage, kind of a good solution when you're not using them. When I'm traveling, I'll just throw these water jugs inside there, or even like recycling and trash when you're done camping. I typically just throw them inside the crates. Good example of the storage. This is how Mika's crate fits in the back. I leave a little room there for a ledge for her. Bed up there. And there's a bear. Just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Gunner Kennels also claims that these are about 10% cooler than a standard crate. They do have a fan that you can put on these for the summer, so you have some air going through, circulating throughout the kennel. And then they also have a cold weather setup, which allows you to insulate a little bit and provide a little more warmth for your dogs. My main reason for this crate being my favorite is the durability factor and the rigidness of this crate. I've had those wire metal crates in the past where the dog's able to get a hold of the wire and pull the metal and bend it out of shape. And then in those metal wire crates, they come with a plastic insert tray in the bottom, and both of my dogs have chewed those, including Mika, where she's had separation anxiety and completely chewed the bottom of the tray out and in half, so it was in pieces, and that's kind of dangerous for the dog, number one. Number two, this has nothing aside from the performance pad that can be chewed or ripped apart or torn apart, being that it's like a one-piece, two-piece crate. Essentially, there's nothing for them to be able to rip apart or break apart or chew apart, hurting their teeth or gums or ingesting anything. And you can also take out these performance pads, obviously as a precaution, and just leave them as is, so the dog doesn't chew the performance pad if you're having issues with that. And then also, being that this is a roto-molded plastic that's double-walled, it also provides a little bit of protection from the elements. With the intermediate crate, I also have just enough room to put their dog bowl in there. So if you wanted to leave them with some water, for instance, or their food or dinner, you can easily fit. My dogs are both 50 pounds each, and they fit in there perfectly. And then on the side of the front of the crate, there's just enough room for a dog bowl. They also make these dog bowls. These are just plastic dog bowls. They're just a BPA-free plastic, which is really rugged. And then they've got these rubber lids, which are pretty awesome. They're airtight. You just push down in the middle and it creates a really tight seal around the whole thing. And then they've got these rubber footings on them, which kind of keep it in place. She likes it. You like your crate, Louie? That's cozy, huh? Like I said too, if I had this at home, I would probably buy the larger crate. It's a size large, which would leave her plenty of room, even more room. And then same with hers. She has plenty of room to lay. She's not quite as fond of the crate as Luna is, but it's peace of mind when I'm working out here, rather than just letting them run free if I'm doing something or working on a project, or there's a bear running around. Nice to know that the dog's safe. Hamik. This intermediate crate does weigh 48 pounds, so it's quite a bit heavier than most other crates out there, but with that extra weight comes extra durability and peace of mind knowing that this is not going to break down on you. I bought both these with my own hard-earned money, and I've had these for both over about a year now. Although the Gunner Kennel G1 crate does cost substantially more than your everyday regular run-of-the-mill crate, I do consider these an investment in both the long-term safety of your pet and also the durability factor, whereas these are going to last a much longer period of time and they're going to be very durable. These are able to withstand a crash in a car, my van, my Jeep, and in case of a crash or rollover, I have peace of mind knowing that my dogs will hopefully be safe and that these kennels will hold up and protect them in the event of any sort of crash or emergency situation. And then number two, it's nice to know that the durability factor of these is there. These are going to be there for the long term. They're going to last the lifetime of your pet and beyond. You don't have to worry as much about anything breaking on these. With the Gunner Kennels lifetime guarantee, you don't have to worry about the craftsmanship and the workmanship of the whole product itself. Well, there you have it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching this Robinson Reviews focused on this Gunner Kennels G1 crate. There's no doubt in my mind that this is the best dog crate right now out in the market. I try to make content fairly frequently, so follow along here on the channel at Robinson Reconnaissance on YouTube. I encourage you to like, subscribe, and follow along for more content here in the future. Until next time, I'll continue broadcasting from way out here at the off-grid property. Peace out.